Introduce yourselves and let us know a bit about what you've been up to today.
I'm Hazel Gould and I'm playing the libretto for We Are Shadows, and I've just come in to observe the rehearsals that happen.
My name is John and I'm the composer of the music for We Are Shadows. I was working with the rats today.
Okay. And so had you always intended in involving the schools? How far back were the schools involved in the
right from the very beginning. That was the commission to work with the schools and the adult choirs to create a piece. So the schools were the community participation element was their sort of is at the heart of the project. It didn't come later on. It was right from the very beginning.
Yeah. And so why did you want to involve the kids? Why is it important to get them involved?
Well, that is the commission. So we came to the project after the schools were already, they were here before we were.
Yeah.
I suppose why is it important to do this kind of thing? Why is it? I think when you're creating a piece for people to perform in, people talk a lot about this word ownership, and I think there's lots of different ways of owning things, but certainly one of those ways is to see the process of starting to create something and then see it right through to performance. So starting right from the nub of an idea and taking it through, and I think that's a tremendous art for children to witness, and is teaches us all sorts of things.
And so do you usually work with children in music? Is this your usual mode of
I think Hazel and I both come from a background of working with a real variety of people on the kind of projects we do. So we're both kind of got experience of working with professional musicians and amateur musicians, and including children in schools and kind of community groups and so
we're both very much from a sort of community background.
Yeah, and it's nice to work on a project with a real mix of all of those things together.
Okay, and how has it added to the work to involve the children and the community? Is it difficult to juggle them both, or what do children bring to the?
Well, practically they brought a lot of ideas. They physically shaped the piece in lots of ways. They brought a lot of ideas forward, and they had ideas which are absolutely in the piece, which are actually being used. But also there's a certain creative energy which is brought to something like this.
Yeah. And so what's your biggest challenge about We Are Shadows? What have you found the most difficult?
For me, my collaborators, like traditionally, a librettist would be very much on their own, write a piece and hand it over to the composer, and then that would turn into one. For me, right from the beginning, I was collaborating with the schools, the community choirs, the directors of the piece, the commissioners, and a composer. Okay. And a composer, so I had a huge body of collaborators. And that's very exciting because lots of ideas are brought forward. But my challenge then was to make sure that all of those people felt that their voices were being heard, and that I was taking on board their help and their criticism, and that I was writing a piece that was true to me and what I wanted to write. So yeah, juggling all those elements was a challenge, but I think ultimately
exactly the same for the music. Yeah, so there are lots of tunes and kind of melodic ideas and harmonic ideas and structural ideas musically that have come from the people that Hazel and I worked with when we were developing the piece, and then the challenge after the libretto is written and I've got all of these kind of banks of material is how to make a piece that is kind of is true to the voices of all the people that made it, but also has some good kind of narrative and kind of works in its own right as music, and kind of balancing those things up and making those decisions is the really kind of particular challenge of making device like this.
Okay, cool. And finally, the biggest surprise. What surprised you about the process?
It's too early for me to say.
Oh, okay.
Definitely.
No, I've
Ask
done
me
that
after the
so far.
performance. Yeah, at the moment I'd be like surprised. I'd be just surprised that it's the 26th of June. It's the 26th of June and I kind of wake up in the morning and then I would be really surprised.
Yeah.
I think I'm sort of, because it's been a much longer process than
I must go and start.
Yeah.
much longer process than normal, I think, than other projects that I've worked on. I think the fact that I wrote the libretto and finished the completed libretto this time last year, and that now I'm quite distant from the process and I'm just kind of watching it, and there's this whole industry going on, which is about the things that were being created, you know, being written down at my computer 12 months ago. Is exciting and
And you're really enjoying it? Yeah?
It's nerve-wracking.
It's nerve-wracking, it's very nerve-wracking.
Nerve-wracking but exhilarating. Good. Thank you.
That's great.
Okay, good.